History isn't just a collection of dates and names. It's filled with mind-blowing facts that they definitely didn't teach you in school. Let's dive into some of the most incredible moments that shaped our world. Did you know that Cleopatra lived closer in time to the invention of the iPhone than to the building of the Great Pyramids? Yeah, let that sink in. The Great Pyramids were already ancient when Cleopatra was born. Speaking of ancient history, the last woolly mammoths were still alive when the Egyptians were building the pyramids. A small population survived on an isolated Arctic island until around 1650 BC. Here's something that'll blow your mind. Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. Students were already hitting the books at Oxford while the Aztec civilization was still in its infancy. Remember the Nintendo company? They started in 1889 when the Wild West was still wild. While cowboys were having shootouts, Nintendo was selling playing cards in Japan. In ancient Rome, they used crushed mouse brains as toothpaste. And you thought your morning routine was rough. They also used human urine as mouthwash because of its ammonia content. Maybe don't try that at home. During World War II, the US military designed a bomb that used bats as carriers. The plan was to release bat bombs over Japanese cities, but they scrapped the project when nuclear weapons were developed. Here's a wild one. In 1518, there was a dancing plague in Strasbourg, France. Hundreds of people danced non-stop for days until they collapsed from exhaustion. Some even died. To this day, we still don't know exactly what caused it. The first person to survive going over Niagara Falls in a barrel was a 63-year-old teacher named Annie Taylor. She did it in 1901 to make money for retirement. Talk about an extreme pension plan. And finally, Harriet Tubman was alive at the same time as Thomas Edison. While she was leading slaves to freedom on the Underground Railroad, he was working on inventing the light bulb. History isn't as distant as you might think. These aren't just random facts. They're reminders that history is way more complex and interconnected than we imagine. Follow us for more mind-blowing historical revelations that'll change how you see the past.